6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They start the drive with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff as they run onside. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. Rolling to his left. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The Lions at 4-6 now on the year. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's gone. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Here's Fields.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Bears 21, Lions 14. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Fields. Touchdown Bears! Robert Tonyan. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Lions 14. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On 1st down, gone. Got his man, it's Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We go.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Play action, it's Goff. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Now they'll run on the ball. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But now it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Touchdown! Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's got a man. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter. Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Down at the 25. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Goff. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Fields. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
It's Williams on the catch. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Throw caught by Raymond.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Goff. Steps away to his left.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Off play action. Here's Goff. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
from 21 yards away.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as it Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force the penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for two here. They'll try the sneak, and he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, it's Fields. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same. But the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Gone. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Throwing on second and long. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Ric Flair.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Fields forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 22-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down right about the 20. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, taking it right down Broadway. The 40. He's at the 30.
I think that was great effort and great execution all the way around. They blocked the kick, and then they formed the line to make sure they can return it and no penalties. What a great job.
Yeah, almost took it in for 6, and now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
They try again with Cook. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On the keeper, here's Goff. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On fourth down, Goff. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, an all-out battle on fourth and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they planning to run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. Just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
Now it's Goff. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a two-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Fields. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Back to throw. Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. And that is incomplete here.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they